Hey there, good morning. Welcome into my kitchen on this cold Saturday. I'm going to make some buns. So here I've already gotten started. 3/4 cup of warm water, 1 package of instant yeast. I have 3 tablespoons of sugar in here. I have 1 1/2 teaspoons of salt, and I'm about to go in with my softened butter. And I also have an egg in here, guys. So going with my softened butter, and after the softened butter, I'm getting it whisked in, as you can see. I'm going to get 3 1/2 cups of flour into this dough mixture. So go ahead and get my flour measured out. And again, that's gonna be 3 1/2, and these are gonna be hamburger buns or buns. You can use them for sandwiches, hamburgers, whatever. But I needed to go ahead and get some made, so I thought, why not today? So we're gonna go in here with, that's 1 cup. Gonna get that out of the way and get ready to switch over to my mixer that I use for my doughs and sourdoughs. 2 cups. There's 3, and we're gonna go ahead and mix these 3 in, and then we'll see if we need to add in that half. Now I'm choosing to do this by hand, but you don't have to. You can certainly use your KitchenAid or whatever mixer you have, stand mixer, to do the work for you. I just chose not to go pull it out. So I'm just gonna use by hand. And let's see, I think I'll get this all together. That was very soft, and it's very easy burger recipe, bun recipe here. So I'm gonna go ahead and wet my hands so I can get in here with this dough, and then I'll probably get it laid out. Let me get the rest of that butter in there, because you know we don't believe in leaving anything behind. So I'm gonna get that in here. Get that rest of that butter out. Get that in there. Get just a little bit of flour out. Get the rest of this stuff moved out the way so I can have some room to work with. And we'll go ahead and get this mixed in, or mixed out onto my silicone mat. So that we can get our dough out, and we'll go ahead and get it kneaded on up. And this is a shaggy dough, so don't be alarmed in that manner. It is a shaggy dough. Let's go ahead and get everything mixed in. We're just gonna work at the dough, getting it kneaded. And you're gonna need this, guys, basically until it becomes a small, well, not small, but I'm sorry, smooth dough. And then we'll put it to rest. Once we get it where we need it to be, we'll get it to rest. Get a little flour on my hands. And just keep working it and kneading. And again, you don't have to do this step if you use your mixer and with the dough attachment and let it actually knead your dough, then you kind of can skip this. Let me spray my hands a little bit. Then you can actually, you know, skip this step, but I don't mind. I chose not to pull out the KitchenAid, so that's fine. Just keep kneading until you get a nice, smooth ball. And once you do, you can put it back in your bowl, and then your next step will be to let it rise. And when we put this in our bowl to let it rise, it's going to rise for approximately 1 to 1.5 hours. And again, you know, it depends on the heating in your house. So I think I got my dough where I need it to be, nice and smooth. Yeah, you can see that the elastic's working in it. So I'm gonna take my spray and spray in this bowl, and I'm gonna put it back in. There's my dough, guys. See, it has elastic feeling. So got my dough in here. I'm gonna cover it. I'm going to let it rest, or rise rather, for 1 to 1.5 hours, and then we'll be back to see where we are. All right, guys, so we are back. We got our dough. Let you see how well it's double in size, just very nicely. I'm gonna go ahead and get it out of the bowl. Set a bowl off to the side. And what we want to do is get it cut into pieces. So we're gonna probably see if we can get 8 buns, or maybe 6. We'll see. Yeah, looks like maybe 6. And simply take them, and you're just gonna get them in a round shape. Just kind of get it spin on your.
My daughter Emily, you don't get to see her very often. She probably won't say a word.
Put it on your parchment paper and continue on.
I'm not sure if we get liberty to
with
find out
the
where that link's at or not, but if I do,
length of your, excuse me, put it on your parchment paper. I'm sorry, got distracted. And then you just put it down and you spin it with your hands to get a nice ball. All like that, and again, place it on your parchment paper. And we're gonna go ahead and continue to get them all done like that. Once I get them formed, I get them
while we enjoy the rest of our breakfast.
and get the.
You can get it for yourself. The eggs didn't.
Okay, so we're gonna get 4, 6, about 8, I believe, out of this. 8 or 7. And we are rolling. Staying nice and warm, because we got cold weather that Florida doesn't usually experience, but I love it because I am from the north. So cold weather and snow, I love. You know, I know most people hate, but I love it. Unfortunately, we don't see a whole lot of it. That's why I said when soup weather comes, it's like, you're like, yay, soup weather, because you never just really have that kind of weather going on. So we're, again, just kind of swirling this around to get a nice round dough ball. So we got 6, so we're actually gonna get like 7 buns. Didn't cut them evenly, but that's fine. Maybe next time I'll measure, but I usually don't do the whole measuring scene. So I just continue to roll it, get it in that ball shape. Then once we get them all on, so we've got them all on the parchment line. So now we're gonna just press our buns down. You're just pressing them down. And then once we get them all pressed down, there they are. We're gonna go ahead and get these set over to rise again for about an hour to an hour and a half. It may take longer, just depends on the heat in your house. So we'll be back once they rise, and we'll top them and get them in a 400-degree oven to bake. All right, friends, so we're back. Look at our buns. They have rows double in size. So now what we're going to do, you can do this with egg wash. I'm going to do heavy cream across the top of them to help brown. But again, like I said, you can do egg wash if you desire. And whatever your preference is, you know, your kitchen, your rules. But I'm doing heavy cream just to be able to help with the browning. But then also I can put on a topping, or you can do no topping. Again, your kitchen, your rules. You do what you want to do. Works for you in your home, you do it. But I'm doing, again, heavy cream. And then I am going to put a topping. Some people do sesame seeds, you know. Some people will do a kosher salt on the bun if they want to. I'm simply going to do everything bagel seasoning on them, so I'm just going to sprinkle the buns with that. Let's go across each bun and sprinkle. These are going to go into a 400, so let you see those. There we go, all sprinkled. So they'll go into a 400-degree oven and they'll bake 10 to 12 minutes. So once we get them out, we'll come back and show you the finished product. The finished product. Remember to like, subscribe, and share.